Hey everybody, Jamie from the Marine Doctor's YouTube channel, and today it looks like the RV industry is in trouble. I say this because I went up north a while back, went on a golfing trip with the boys. We shot a -3 if anyone wants to know, and if there's any other YouTubers that would like a guest, I would be a fairly decent partner to have. But anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Up north is where our big dealers are, and our big dealers, well, their lots are full of new product. And seeing as though the 2026 stuff hasn't been released, this is all 2025 stuff or older. And I know that a lot of it is older product because I have talked to customers that have come in that are looking for boats, and they do end up buying 2023s, 2024s, and so on and so forth, because it's less expensive obviously than the 2025s are, and they're being cleared out by these big dealers. So what does this mean? Does it mean that the prices are going to start coming down? Will stuff become more affordable? I don't think so. Unless these dealers are going to go out of business, they still got to make money off of this RV boats, motors, trailers, so on and so forth. They still got to make that money. So a lot of these guys, I don't think they pay cash for them, but they put them on financing. So a financing plan is great off the start if it's 6 months of no interest, but at some point you got to start paying that interest as a dealer. So if you got millions of dollars in inventory, you can't just sell off inventory anymore. You've got to start recouping some of that money. So at my shop here, I'm happy with just a sale. A sale is a sale is a sale. For example, if someone comes in and they want to buy a prop and the prop's $430, I sell it for $380 just to ensure that I get the sale. They may have paid the $430, but I'm just that guy that feels that everyone deserves a break sometime. And no, I'm probably never going to get rich, but I'm always going to have a good, healthy conscience for myself, right? I make someone happy, they leave happy, I'm happy, so on and so forth. When it comes to engines, I'm kind of the same way. Engine sales, I usually get around 40-50 engine sales a year, and I know that that's going to drop off unfortunately this year, because I'm going to feel that same pinch that the big dealers are feeling. And it's not as much about the money, because I do give people breaks on the product. So if a Mercury engine, if I can help someone out and knock a few $100s off, I will, and I'll do that for everyone that comes through the door. But those prices, I guess they are still kind of high, but the money that's out there isn't out there anymore. People don't have that extra cash that they can put into purchasing an engine, yet alone purchasing a complete unit. A lot of people, again, and I've mentioned this before, are fixing old stuff just to keep it up and running, so they can get out for their 2 or 3 or 4 or 50 times a year that they go out. So where do we go from here? Well, I think the Marine Doctor and Ron's Marine, where I work, we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to have any issues here. The property's paid for, all we have are lights, utilities, so on and so forth, and taxes on the property. We don't pay rent, obviously, because we own it. So our overhead is really low, which allows us to definitely offer better deals than the big guys do, because they got to make, I don't know, 15-20 grand a pop on some of the big stuff, maybe $5,000-$6,000 on the little stuff, where I can make hundreds of dollars and comfortably survive. And I know that we got a lot more spaces in the yard here this year, so service has dropped off, but we're also down 1 tech from last year, so that's 1 less mouth to feed, or 1 less mouth to have to make money for. So with just me and my son here, and we did have a friend of mine came in for a while, Brian, and he helped us out for a bit, for a couple of weeks to catch back up, but we're going to be okay. The big guys, I know that 2 of them down south have already shut their doors because they just couldn't keep up with it anymore, right? You can't, just imagine the stress that's on these guys trying to survive or just stay afloat, and so on and so forth. You can't do it. There's just no money out there anymore. It's being spent elsewhere. And the tariffs, well, do they really affect us here in Canada? Yes and no. Maybe the stuff we're selling less stuff down to the States, but my engines, for example, the majority of the ones that I sell a lot of the Mercury 30 horsepower and under. Mercury Canada buys those directly from the manufacturer, so no tariffs. I know that the MSRP pricing was raised, but our cost stayed the same. So I think that was the price increase that the US had just to save face, maybe. I really don't know why they went ahead and did that, but they did. So in the end, the big dealers, I think, are going to take a big hit this year, if they aren't already. I kind of chuckled. I was talking with one of the other marine dealers in the city here, and he mentioned that there might be another marine dealer coming into the city to sell boats. Okay, have at her. Because if the big guys can't do it already with the brand name boats, and you come in and you buy and you're trying to sell a lesser brand name, it's not going to work. That's just not the way it works around here. Everybody's kind of stuck on those: Tracker, Bayliner, Lund, Glastron. Kinda, well, that's a used to be, because we don't really have much as far as Glastron goes anymore. But yeah, we've got our main boats. There's another Lund, another Tracker. Those are the boats that sell around here, and that's what people come in looking for. So if you're trying to break into the market in this area, if you don't have one of those brands, you're probably not going to be very successful. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.